Hey man, what's going on? It's your boy G Dot in the building here on the Two Lit Podcast. I got my boy Willie Picasso in the building with me. My day one, bro, for real. Hey man, this is powered by the Ink, supplied by JMCC Beach. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna post something at the end of this to let you know where you go find them tracks at, man. Fire. Willie Picasso.
Yes, sir.
You have like 8 last names. every time I cancel, I don't even know what to save them in my phone as. I'm like, just Willie, man. Just gonna be chill Will. That's all. What's up? What's up with that?
Man, okay. So when I was younger, my name was Platinum Child. Mm-hmm. However, when I was in high school, the quarterback of our football team, Michael Crabtree,
right?
He was like, "Hey, who is this Platinum Child? Like who? Like you Willie, bro? We know you as Willie. Like when we hear that track, we like, hey, this dude goes hard, but who is he?"
Right.
And he was like, you should probably just use your regular name, bro. So when I was going into college, I was like, let me switch that. So I switched it to Willie P.
Oh,
so I was like, Willie P. And once I like started spitting and stuff in college, they was like, oh, that's that spoken word. I spit a verse or something. Everybody started snapping. I said, oh, well, let me go with the spoken word.
We don't do that in no clip. Like,
hey, but let's do it. It was just the acapella verse.
Yeah.
And then like one of the poetry like slam masters, he came to me. His name is Outspoken Bean. He's in Houston now. He still coaches for like Team Metaphor and everything. But he was like, hey, oh, you a poet and you don't even know it. And he like pulled me. He was like, you gonna be in this slam. You gonna do this. What's your name, man? I was like, oh shit, I gotta go with a name. And that's when I came with the Willie P. And at the time, he was like, what does the P stand for? And I was like, well, hey, the P is for the passion that I have for like artistry. I start going into like a name.
He looking at buildings and signs like, yeah,
like the P is for the passion. And then he was like, so you Willie Passion? I said, oh no, I don't really like how that sounded.
That boy R&B artist.
I was like, Willie Passion? No.
That one turned to an R&B artist real quick.
And then come to find out, in Houston, it was another artist named Willie P. So I was like, man, I have to distinguish myself. And I was like, okay, so I make music. I paint pictures with words. Let's go Willie Picasso. So that's what Willie Picasso stuck with it from that day on. But from Crabtree saying, hey, switch your name to your own name. So I was like, Willie and then Picasso. And that's what Let Me Paint, all that stuff came in.
Yeah. Dope tracks, by the way. Yeah. Hey. That boy said, man, what an origin story, right? Yeah, you need a biopic, bro. Yeah, we're gonna holler at Netflix about that. Man. So let's dig into some questionnaires, man. So I was on some old school shit, man, right? Ice Cube, stuff like that. And it's a song called Check Yourself. You remember that shit?
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That joint?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You got it?
Yeah.
He said did it with a question mark. It was like, check yourself before you. Yeah, it's that's the song, Will.
Okay.
So
I got you.
How we become so self-absorbed, and to the point where checking yourself ain't coming. Like, I mean, the people need to start checking themselves a lot more often.
I would have to agree that people should start checking themselves a lot more often.
What fashion?
So like pretty much just being self-reflective, like knowing that like because these days I ain't gonna lie, we in the era of yes men. Like you got yes men all around you.
Because nobody want to get canceled.
Exactly.
Nobody want to get canceled.
Hey, yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. This is you gonna have that. So in this era, that means you would have to kind of have some self-reflection, knowing that in certain places where you know you need help and you need to go ahead and strengthen those weaknesses. And
talk to somebody.
Check yourself. Yeah, get some counseling, man.
Get some crazy shit.
In our community, we need therapy in some cases.
Yeah, man. We as a people, we need to do that a little bit more. I was at a mixer and they were talking about that a lot, about black people really do just go talk to somebody. You never know, even though you don't even think you need somebody, it'd be cool just to go talk to somebody. You never know the kind of stuff that you hold in. So, yeah, that's another way to check yourself. So, I just wanted to do some old school shit in there. Now, it's safe to say that we own the culture. This particular culture, do we own it? Explain that.
So, at this particular juncture in hip hop,
yeah, he went to college.
So it's safe to say that we own it, but I don't think that we're capitalizing on the ownership of it and allowing it to bring I guess to kind of tear down the generational curse and allow it to bring generational wealth in our communities. I feel like we're owning it. We're taking that dollar and we're spending it in another community. Yeah, we're spending it somewhere else. We're not rebuilding and rebranding our own community.
I feel you.
So we own it, but I don't feel like we're capitalizing on the ownership.
I hear you. Okay. Yeah. I feel like with that situation, there are going to be more younger entrepreneurs. Because I see young black entrepreneurs starting at like 5-6 years old. Like, you know, for real. Starting stuff, but that's good guidance though. You know what I'm saying? That comes from somebody else knowing, hey, you want to start doing this, you can start as early as this. You don't have to wait till you're an adult to start a business. You can start right now. You know what I'm saying? And build that way early. So I feel you with that, but they got to keep that going.
Exactly.
Don't sell that idea.
Don't sell that idea. Let that idea continue to flourish and continue to grow.
Yeah, man. Keep that pushing, man. So I feel you on that. I feel the same way that you do with that situation. That we get up to a certain point and then them dollars just start looking different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when we could have folded it 8-10 times.
Yeah.
Don't think about that.
And I'm not against college or school, but you know, like in that same sense, it's like, wait, can I jump out and start a business and learn to write while I'm on the field, or should I go through college and do all of this and be in debt and you know?
They program it for you to wait. They program it for you to just get that. But really, it's people that live college who start.
Yeah.
And billionaires, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Billionaires. And
college dropout, who?
You know. Exactly, right? Exactly. Thank you. That's proving my point. So, college is cool. It ain't everything, but they try to paint it to where if you ain't in college, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's how I was brought up.
I just think it allows you to think critically and to be able to take in a lot of information, utilize it for one thing, and then you forget it 2 or 3 months later. It's gone. It's out of there.
Man, look, man. All right, so at what point do you say outgrowing your day ones is growth? Play for growth.
So I think at the point that you outgrow your day ones, or is a point where the mentality of your day ones continues to be in the cycle.
Right.
Or if they say the gerbil effect. Once you are in that same kind of cycle of thinking, and you can see like a bigger picture, or like for instance, you already know kind of like what you want to do and how you want to build things, and they still stuck in that same mindset. It's at that point that you notice that you have to distance yourself in order to elevate or to grow.
Right.
Because you can't get stuck in those ways.
You can't. You'll lose yourself.
Yeah.
And you will never get your own identity that way.
Agreed.
Like you won't.
For real.
So it's a lot of people, even just music. Everybody that I know in music that started music, they were in big groups. And you could tell they ended up breaking off because everybody's mind was different. As time went on, it was like, hey, we need to start sounding like this. We need to start sounding like this. Then they split off.
Collided.
And that happens, man. And that's just from an artistic standpoint. Sometimes it'd be too many chefs in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. But yeah, I feel you on that though. That growth shit it can be scary for some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can. So they don't even know what that looks like, because some people don't like change. Yeah. They don't like change. They think that you giving them the middle finger when it's just like, nah, bro, I'm just moving forward.
I'm trying to allow you to grow. Like
that type of shit.
I'm putting platforms in your way for you to grow.
It's not you, it's me.
Relationship lies.
Yeah,
that ain't even a word.
It's not you, it's me, boo boo. No, chill out. You know, it ain't nothing like
tragic.
That. Don't take it too personal. You know, but I've gotten that same situation, bro. I've gotten death threats because of it.
From that.
From trying to move forward, yes. It's just strictly trying to do my own thing. Because when you disassociate yourself with somebody, that's how they see it, bro. They don't know how to accept that sometimes.
Wow.
It's weird,
and
right?
That goes all the way back to the phrase of crabs in the bucket. Like, they see you,
bro.
Oh, he about to get out of there. No.
They see your potential. They see your potential.
Come back. Like, not knowing that we getting out of this bucket, so you could potentially be pulled out, helped.
Yeah. A lot of people see your potential before you do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think, like I said, they know it, so they try to keep you right at the level. They never let you try to break through that ceiling. Never let you break through the ceiling, so they try to keep you at the level. So they see your potential way before you do. It's weird, man, but that's when I started to notice, like, that happened to me twice with dealing with certain people, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, this shit is not cool. I mean, they literally Facebook sending me that, all kind of weird shit. I'm like, okay, man, I got it, man.
Not to ask you, but like, what did you do to distance yourself from those like situations and like to kind of come to a closure? What was the end all solution?
Was to continue doing what I was doing and the rest to flush out because they were still stuck. They were just stuck, bro. And I knew where they were stuck at because I've dealt with them. I've seen the weaknesses.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I turned that into my own strength. And then just was like, y'all can't touch me on none of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what to do from there. I knew what y'all didn't have and I knew what I did have.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a matter of, hey, I'm gonna shit on you. It's just a matter of, I'm gonna just keep going and the work is gonna do itself.
Gotcha.
That's all it was. That's all it was, Will.
I'm gonna grow. Just keep growing.
You, man, how do you balance your music and being a family man?
Man, that's a good question.
Hell of a dad, by the way. Hell of a dad.
So, to balance family, man, first off, you gotta kind of be adaptable or adjustable. So, like, because a lot of the times family need different things, so you gotta be willing to stay up later to get music done. You gotta be willing to get up early to get music done.
Yeah.
It's just adjusting around your family because, you know, God first and then family.
Yeah.
And then, you know, comes everything else.
Yeah.
So once you prioritize things in the right way, then that formula it'll work.
That's good.
That problem. Yeah.
That makes sense, man. You're right. It's a balance, but also it's small sacrifices that people don't see that you make.
Definitely.
That time, work. Then, you know, you got your baby. It's just like sometimes it could be a lot, but at the same time, you have to be flexible, man, with a situation like that. And some people, they gave up on something.
Yeah, it could definitely be tricky, man. Because in some cases, you might be over here shooting a video, doing all this, and then at the same time, the family could need you, and you'll feel like you're neglecting your family. But in the same token, you gotta find time. It's a time and a place for everything. Yeah, man, that's a struggle. That's a struggle in its own way. But I feel what you're saying, though, man. Yeah, man, that's crazy because dads, man. That shit is so hard sometimes. Fatherhood. Yeah, man. It is. It's a challenge, man, but it's dope as hell. So I fuck with it. But beautiful thing.
Man, so on your music and stuff like that, bro, your shit has always been like legit and different. How did you manage to create like your own sound? Like when did you realize like, oh, I got this shit? Like this is Willie Picasso right here. Was it college or was it after college where you just kicked it up into another gear?
I'll say it was probably after college. Right after college, I was able to move up to Chicago.
Chi-Town?
Yeah, I moved up to Chicago and I was up there for maybe like 4 or 5 years. But to see the new scenery, to pull all of that in, that was able to turn on a switch inside of me to where I was producing different. I was
using different environment.
Yeah, that whole different environment. I made a whole album just based off of that environment, and the music was just coming so easy, just flowing.
Yeah,
I'm saying anytime I put my pen down, I was like, "What is this?"
Your Mr. Radio track is probably still one of my favorite tracks.
Oh, that Dear Mr. Radio?
Yeah, that's probably one of my top. In the top 5 tracks. You have a lot of dope tracks, bro. You do, but that Mr. Radio, that was the first one. I'm like, yo, I fucks with that. I was like, all right, Will. I was like, everything you do, bro, you A1, but that Mr. Radio, you did something with that on. And that was in Chi-Town too, right?
Yeah, that was shot in Chi-Town too, the video and everything.
And that shit was brazen. Yeah, that shit was brazen, yeah. And shout out to Jessica, she shot that video, didn't she? Yeah, Jessica, young
thing, man.
Yeah, Young Rabbit. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. So, fuck, man. So what you got coming up, like, right now?
So right now, I'm actually building momentum for an album that I'm dropping, man. I got an album that I put together. It's called Drive. And it's pretty much, so the DRIVE is a daily reminder that inspirational visions expire.
Oh, okay. See that?
So once you have that inspiration, you got to jump up and make it happen. Yeah. Because that pertains to anything. It could be working out. It could be going to work. Like once you feel that initial inspiration,
go with it.
Yeah.
You
Go
don't
with it, because
you
it
don't
will
lose it.
It will expire. Like,
Yeah.
you might have jumped up and said a verse a certain way, but you didn't go record it. So now you
lost
come
it.
back to it and you like, what was that? The energy? How did I say? You don't know how you said it.
That I feel like all artistry is like that.
Man.
Painters, anybody, like when you feel that, you use it.
All around the table.
Or you gonna lose it, man. You gonna lose it, my boy. That's you right about that though, bro. Cause it's just like when you said working out, same thing. When somebody get up and like, oh, y'all finna hit the gym today.
Yeah.
And then
They
you'll
don't do
lose
it.
that.
Hey, don't do it. And then you know what? I think tomorrow a better day.
Yeah,
No, you
yeah.
have to utilize that ounce of like inspiration that happened right then.
Yeah, you'll lose that, man.
But yeah, I'll be probably announcing a date that's dropping in this next week or so. Yeah.
Cause you drop music every Friday, right?
Yeah, every Friday I'm dropping a new track. I feel like, it's a way to sharpen your pen and like being creative, because I'll be able to produce something and drop that music at the same time. And I'm making these throughout every week, so it's just like, let it come as it comes.
Yeah. From the freestyle to you producing, dropping the beats, Willie Picasso, painting it out, giving you the picture.
Hey man.
That's what's up,
Show
man.
me the canvas.
So what's your craziest Chicago story?
Oh.
I know you told me something, and I'm like, yo, say that for the podcast.
So my I guess one of the craziest stories would probably be, I was working as a manager in retail when I was up there, and I was waiting for the end. We was closing or whatever, and it was a young lady that didn't have a ride.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let a young lady wait out here. I'm gonna stay. Make sure nothing happens to her. So we walked to the bus stop, and at this time I got a bike. Cause I stayed literally 6 blocks away from the joint, so I was.
You had a bike.
I mean, of course, I had a car as well, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be riding back and forth to work. Let me use an exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, use this as exercise as well.
I got you.
But I'm on this bike and we waiting at the bus stop, man. At the time I've been watching the news and everything, but they like, hey, to get initiated in gangs and everything, people are just shooting
Chicago.
people at the bus stops. And I was like, well, I know. Like in my head, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm in Chicago, but please don't let nothing, dear Heavenly Father, don't let nothing like this happen. But we're sitting at the bus stop, and the car pulls up, and he stops, looks at us, we look at him, he looks back at us, we look at him, he reaches back into the bag, he's trying to get something out of his bag, and like the light done turned green, so we like, where you going? He just still reaching and just looking at us. He can't grab whatever he's trying to grab. And he just like jigging and reaching. The light turned red again. He still can't get it.
Oh, he's still there.
Yeah, we just like, what is about to happen here? Like, we need to leave? Like, I don't want to leave this lady here, but Jesus, I'm about to start pedaling. Don't let me do it. The light turned back green, bro.
Oh man.
3 or 4 cars come up right on the side of that car, and he can't reach it, so he just burns off. And the bus comes right after that. And I seen his car and everything, so as soon as that happened, she got on the bus. I jumped on my bike. I'm like, oh no, not today, not today.
That boy went great.
But ever since then, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should drive. I could have dropped her off, and this would have been no problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shoot, you ain't got no pegs on the bike.
But at the time, that was like going through my head. Like, man, we could have lost our life at a bus stop over somebody just being initiated into a gang. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you're right. And whatever it was stuck back there, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Damn, Will. That sucked, bro. That suck ass, man. But I
feel for a reason though. That's why I was like, man. And whenever I see her, like in Chicago, if I'm visiting or whatever, she always knows. She was like, bro, we survived together. She done had a baby since then, and a lot of stuff done transpired in her life. But
cool.
Man,
yeah, Chicago a little different, man.
Yeah,
there's some stuff, gangs and stuff. Though they work different out there in every area. But I'm glad you're good though, cause I didn't know where you were in Chicago at the time. I'm like, bruh. Ooh.
The thing, but
I want to come and visit
you. The thing about Chicago is it's like it's sketchy anywhere you go. It can be like that. It's like, oh, this is nice. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is nice. Oh, Lord. Like you going back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's nowhere like to be. You don't know where you should be.
Damn, bro.
It could happen to you anywhere. So.
Yeah, man. You're right, though. You're right. Anywhere. Even out here. Yeah, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, anyway, man. Yeah, we could talk for a hot ass second, man. I know we're gonna talk outside of this, so it's all good. My boy Willie Picasso in the building, man. It's your boy G Dot tuning out Too Lit Podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Make sure if y'all fuck with us, y'all can DM us. Let us know what y'all think. Give us some questions. Subscribe to our page and everything like that. But like I said, you could be anywhere else, but you're here rocking with us right now. And remember, Powered by the Inc. Jam CC Beats. We signing out right now, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.